Today is New Year's Eve. It's the last day of the year. I got my pink wig on because I love pink. And I'm just sitting here soaking up the sun, or what's left of the sun. I kind of am making this video like for myself and for any other creatives out there. Y'all need to post your content. Like, if you're a creative and you've been thinking about putting yourself out there, like, do not hesitate, because when I tell you, the beginning of this year, the beginning of 2024, I felt like so lost, and I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the courage to do it and like just to start. And then a few months ago in August, I was like, you know what, like, I'm going to be so miserable if I don't try to get what I want. I started posting my music on TikTok. I started making music again, and like, even if it wasn't to perfection, or if it wasn't what I thought it was gonna sound like in my head, like even if it wasn't top tier production, I still was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this out because future me is going to be so happy to know that I put my work out there for people to recognize me, so that I can be encouraged to do even more. And because like the music I was making songs for years, and I didn't make any music for like 3 years, since like 2021. I wasn't making no music because I was so scared of being seen. I was scared of being seen. I was scared of failure. And I was just thinking about what other people were going to think of me, and not really focusing on how happy it would make me to have my dream job, and how happy it would make me to do what I love. And I was just so caught up in like, oh, what are people gonna think? What are people that I went to high school with gonna think when they see me on Instagram? And it's like, who cares what they're doing? They're not worried about whether or not I'm making music. I was really tripping for no reason. You know, I put my music out there in August, and I went from having 40 like monthly listeners on Spotify to having 3,000. And I've been promoting myself online for like 3 or 4 months. I went from having 500 followers on TikTok. I went from having 500 followers on TikTok to having 4,000, almost 5,000. It's like, who would have thought that I would have went from 500 to 5K in 4 months? And I would have never even reached that milestone if I didn't put myself out there, you know. I've been trying to like transition into more long form content because I'm already like filming myself a lot. I've been making a lot of video diaries for myself just to get like more comfortable talking on camera. If I pretend like I'm talking to myself, it's not hard. But if I'm like trying to focus on sounding more appealing for YouTube, that's when I'm gonna like start sounding weird and anxious, you know. It's just like, don't think about it too much. That's the motto for 2025. Don't think about it too much. Like, honestly, you guys, just do it. This is your sign to just do it. Because if I would have done nothing, I wouldn't have 5,000 streams on my song. I wouldn't have 4,000 followers. I wouldn't have like attracted all of like the new friendships that I made just from posting online. Like, even from posting online and just tagging where I'm from, I was able to like attract so many other artists in my area that I didn't even know existed, and that I wouldn't have known existed if I wouldn't have put myself out there, you feel me? I'm happy with where I'm at. It's the last day of the year, and I could say that like I chose myself all year. I could say that I chose myself almost every single day of the year, because if I didn't choose myself, I would still be in the same relationship that I was at the beginning of the year. I would still be in the same toxic relationship. A few months ago, I was just like, the version of me that I want to be does not exist with him. Like, she does not exist with my ex. This version of me that you're seeing right now would not exist if I was with my ex. I started posting music again and like getting my groove back, and I was like, okay, like I don't need you. Like I have my passions. I don't need to be in a relationship that's taking me away from my passions, because I feel like all that creative energy and feminine energy was just getting poured into my romantic relationship with this very toxic person. But now I have all the time in the world to just pour into myself and what I really want in this life, and I know what I want, and I don't think it's gonna be that hard for me to get it, because I truly believe that what I want wants me back, like wants me bad, like they're waiting for me. Like if my dreams were a bad bitch, she would be standing at the door waiting for me right now. Like she be waiting for me at the door. Imagine what people said just to try to make me feel bad or to make me feel like I'm not that girl. Imagine the things people were conjuring up in their mind when they were like, oh shit, like Tandy can do it. Like she can do it. But I don't want her to do it, because I don't want her to be better than me. I don't want her to be happier than me. Like, fuck y'all. Leaving you in 2024, going into 2025 with some real ass bitches, some real ass friends, real connections, real blessings. Like, I don't have time to be hanging out with people that don't like themselves, because if you don't like yourself, you sure as hell are not gonna like me. So yeah.